Welcome to the Washington Demon Coaches Show, or the Patterson Van Welden Power Hour, or the Washington Press Box. Maybe, Nick, we should get your name in here too sometime. Still waiting on a jingle, but I'm sure it's coming. I can work on that. Can I work on a jingle?
Sure.
All right, I'll just make a note of that. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Todd Patterson. Thrilled, as always, to be joined at our new time. I feel like we got moved up. I don't know if we were getting too popular at our old time slot. Now they want us to kick off like the next segment or something.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of people that were planning on us on Thursday. I don't know if we advertise that we were moving it to Wednesday.
I don't know, because it used to be like, you remember there was Must See TV on Thursday and it went something and then Seinfeld and then they moved Friends in there. And I feel like maybe they're trying to use us as friends, but I don't know that. I'm not sure we had quite the following just yet. But
yeah, maybe we're getting pushed back. Maybe we don't have a.
You think we're getting moved into
it's going the other way?
We're getting moved into the 12:30 a.m. slot. Yeah, that could be. Well, anyway, if you're out there and listening, we appreciate it. I'm joined in the studio as always. But
that reminds me of the movie Major League. Anyway, if you're out there listening, is that Major League?
Yeah, with Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah.
Well, I'm joined in the studio by Brent Van Welden today, as always. Great to have you here, Brent. And we'll be joined here in the studio a little bit later by Stefanie Haworth, the head coach of the Washington girls track team, and one of her stud runners, Grace Voss. Looking forward to talking to them and learning a little bit more about their season and how things are going. But why don't we start? You got something like attention getter to start us off with here?
No, not an attention getter,
fantastic.
But the spring sports have really they're really coming into fruition. No, we started out really well. I think our teams are doing extremely well. I won't talk a lot about girls track. I'll let Coach Haworth do that. But our boys track team has done extremely well. We had a couple records broke Monday down at West Burlington. I think Elijah broke the 200-meter record, school record. Yeah,
he was smoking.
Yeah. 21.7 or something like that, which is moving.
Yeah, he was under 22, I could tell just by my eye.
And then Braden Hartman broke the shot put record through, I believe, 56 something maybe.
Yeah, it was 56 because I think the meet record was held by Tommy Peterson, and he threw 55.
55 something. So I think he broke it by a foot, a little over a foot. So they're doing an awesome job. Coach Roth has got them running extremely well, and both they and the girls run again tomorrow night down at Mount Pleasant. So the track teams are doing extremely well. Soccer teams last night opened their seasons. The boys were at home against Columbus Junction and won, I believe, 7-0, and the girls went to Central Lee and won 2-0, so they're off and going in the right direction. So it's nice to see. And then golf opened.
Who are the soccer coaches?
Sally Hart is the head boys coach, and Mason Quigley's the head girls coach. Oh, that's right.
I asked you that last time too.
Yeah. But they got great numbers, as we talked about last time, and the practice time for soccer has as well as track. We had snow on the track. Like 4 or 5 days ago, we had 4 inches of snow down here.
Every Thursday we've had since January 1st has been terrible.
Yeah,
hopefully it ends tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully. So and then the golf teams, they opened their seasons last night at home, and they which was actually supposed to be tomorrow, but on Monday when we made the change to move from Thursday to Tuesday, there was a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, and now it's 0. So we pulled the trigger a little early on that maybe. But they both won. They beat Columbus Junction and Mid-Prairie. So, things are going great in the athletic world as far as spring sports.
Nice. Hopefully we can get the golf team here. Hopefully we can have a jingle by then.
Yeah, the great thing about, we play a lot of our events out here, or most all of our events out at the country club, but this year we're fortunate enough that we're going to host a tournament out at Blue Top.
Oh, nice.
What town is that up there? Riverside. There we go, Riverside. Yeah. I don't spend a lot of time up there.
I spend a lot of time in the weeds, in the bushes.
Yeah. So we're going to host a tournament up there, so that'll be real nice.
I actually hit a putt into the water there one time. I didn't have anything to add to that. I lost.
I don't know what to say.
When we play at the hospital tournament up there, you get 2 sleeves of balls.
Oh, yeah.
And last time I went through both of those sleeves and then 2 other sleeves, so that effectively was 12 balls that I lost.
Yeah, my golf game's not very good either.
Would you say you're subpar?
Subpar, yes.
That's a tricky one.
Tricky one. I'm not below
Meaning
par.
bad.
I'm terrible.
Yeah, you're
I'm
subpar.
terrible. Yeah, I'm terrible.
Just as
so
funny way of saying it.
But anyway, it's fun. I like playing best shot, so that way hopefully someone hits a good shot out of the group.
I got a golf story. So I was chief of staff for the dean of the College of Medicine, 2008, right? So basically, what you do in that is you follow him around and take notes and make sure he doesn't forget anything, right? And so he asked me to go out and play golf, and so I went out. We were playing at Finkbine, and he hit a ball off into the trees, and I could hear him in there hacking away, trying to get the ball out, and he heard it hit a tree at one point, and then finally hopped up on the green, right? He finally gets the ball up on the green, and he 3-putted it at least, and he pulled the ball out of the cup, and he goes, par. I gotta write that down. Yeah. I'm like, I see how this relationship's gonna go, and that's pretty much how it went from then on.
Yeah.
How did the middle school play go?
I talked to their director, and I said, I go, how'd the play go? And she says, well, it went fine. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, well, with the middle school kids are great, but sometimes they're a little hard to corral.
Really?
But they got it done, and then they had a good crowd, and so it's over with. I don't know. I didn't go watch it.
I wasn't able to. We had a gig, but otherwise I would have definitely done that.
But I would say usually the directors and the coaches and stuff are more critical than probably anyone else. So I'm sure it went fine.
All right. Anything more you got there for us?
We had a lot of kids do extremely well over the past weekend at the Solon Ensemble Festival. We had many kids get outstanding ratings. There's a long list here, but Coach or Mr. Runnis and Mr. Hughes do a great job with those kids. Middle school, they don't open their track season till April 10th. We host, I think, the girls meet on April 10th. We don't have school that day, but we're going to host a middle school track meet, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, boys track goes to Mount Pleasant tomorrow night, so as well as girls. Things are going great in the sports world.
All right, sounds good. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Steph Haworth and Grace Voss. Enjoy.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September or so and says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
Welcome back to the Patterson Van Welden Stefan's Power Hour. We're now joined in the studio by Steph Haworth and Grace Voss. Coach, thanks for being here again.
Thanks for having me.
Like I was joking, you're going to win a daytime Emmy if you keep showing. You must be having a lot of success if you keep ending up on this show, so that's good.
Yes, or I just coach a lot.
Yeah. Or you coach a lot, yes. Or I do the show too much, however. Why don't you, it sounds like you're off to a really, really great start, coming off a really good season last year. You want to talk a little bit about how things are going so far?
Yeah, so far this year we've been indoor a couple meets. Times have been right where we ended off last year, so it's a great starting point. And then last night we went down to West Burlington for outdoor. A lot of young kids ran as well, but ended up second place with 163 points, only 26 behind Mount Pleasant, but like 80 points ahead of third place. So pretty much scored in every single event, and times keep dropping. Lots of PRs last night. So
what you're saying is like where you guys ended up at the state meet and the qualifying stuff for state, you're almost picking up right back there.
Correct,
so
yep.
You're going to keep pushing the envelope
Yep.
all season.
Yep.
That's fantastic. And so tell me, as Mr. Van Welden was just explaining, you guys won 9 events last night and didn't win the meet, which is great. So how does that happen exactly?
Yeah, we had 9 event winners out of the 19 events. We had several seconds and thirds, but like Mount Pleasant, obviously, they took 2 in the open 1, so they might have went second and third where we went 5th and 6th, so they can just double up in the open. So that's key to team getting a win there.
So can you kind of recap a little bit, what you're building from last year? You guys had a really good season last year. They were really fun to watch last year. I feel like they were much better last year than they were the year before,
Yes.
and so this year could be really exciting, right?
Yes, much definitely.
So talk to me a little bit about where things ended last year.
Yeah, last year we had a great season, definitely improved from the year before. We had Quincy Griffiths make it to state in the 2 mile, and then Abby made it in the open 8. And then our 4x8, which Grace was part of, it was the second year in a row we were the first team out. So that's not a fun spot to be in.
Yeah.
But then came in cross-country season, had a great season. Everybody's pretty much ready to go. A lot of kids put in a lot of work in the off-season. I know Grace had some working out with her.
Good.
So I think that's why we're picking up a little bit better. We've got great senior leaders, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
That's good. I can't. So tomorrow you guys are in Mount Pleasant. So tell me. So you're with the boys. So I'll get to watch.
Yep.
What can we expect?
Well, there's no team points tomorrow. So
What does that mean?
So you're just running for times pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
we're not going to max everybody out, but just try to get some really fast times.
So tell me. So that brings me to like the blue. I don't know what they're called. The blue oval.
standards.
Blue standard. Isn't that oval?
Blue oval standards.
Oval standard. I don't know. BOSs. So have you gotten close to any of those yet? I know they're really pretty aggressive.
They're pretty
typically.
hard to get to, but I mean, Iris Dahl came out and ran the 3,000 for the first time ever. I mean, she seriously looked like she was out for just an easy run.
Yeah.
And was probably 20, 30 seconds off her school record. So,
Wow.
And the girl who has the school record qualified for Drake. So there's a lot of potential we have
Yeah.
with
She's
a lot
a good
of our
drummer
runners.
too. That's what she tells me.
Yeah. Grace is just a couple inches off for high jump. So.
Okay. So, Grace, tell me about what you're planning to do this year. Oh, no, you know what? Let's start with this. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a senior. I run cross country and track. I'm a part of a lot of different clubs at the high school.
What are some of the clubs that you're a part of?
NHS, Joy Club. I started an Earth Club at my high school with
cool.
Abby Cleese, so that's something that's kind of cool. I am a part of Student Congress. There's some other ones. I'm a wrestling cheerleader, yes.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know.
EEAGGRESSIVE.
Yeah.
We'd always used to have to be like, what do they say? Can you slow that down, please? So before we get into your season, can you tell me a little bit about the shirt that you have on?
LGD. This is for Coach Roth. We wore this last Thursday for the home meet to celebrate Coach Roth and his nomination.
Can you do an impression of Coach Roth?
Really?
Fact.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've seen better, but
Yeah.
not many.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
So what events are you running predominantly?
4s and 8s and high jump mainly.
Yeah. Do you find that difficult to run an 800 and then go high jump?
Well, we have a pretty small conference for high jumps, so I can usually get jumping out of the way.
Oh, before you run?
And then I'll run. So that's not too much of an issue. But
because I used to run 800s, I know you're looking at me like, despite appearances, perhaps, and I high jumped. And so, like, I would run my 800, and then I'd come back, and the bar would be like at like 6 feet, and then they'd have to drop it down to like 5'2" for me to jump because I missed all that. You don't have that problem, it sounds like.
Yeah. I used to have to do that in like middle school, but not really in high school. So, yeah.
So what are your goals for this year?
We have a lot of goals. We want to win conference as a team. That's our big goal, and I think we kind of saw where we're at in the conference last night, which was really good.
So in like the conference meet, can you double up? Like,
Yep.
You can. So you do have some work to do. It sounds like, right? Okay.
We know what we need to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Individually, 4x8 would like to qualify for state finally.
Drake, right?
Yeah, Drake would be great too.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the standard is for 4x8.
So what do you? So 4x8, you have to get in maybe the top
16
in the state.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get our time down tomorrow night and see how that goes. 4x8, 4x4 qualify. High jump, I would like to also qualify for states.
So where do you think you need to be in terms of the high jump to? I mean, what's your PR in that, and then what are you shooting for?
5 foot. I've jumped that 3 times now. Well, 1 time in the off season at just like an individual meet. But I've jumped that 3 times, and I am just trying to kind of get back to jumping and feeling good about it still. But I'd hope to get to 5.3 by the end of this year.
Oh, very nice.
And hopefully win conference again. And 5.3 should get me to state, definitely. Okay. So, yeah.
Cutoff's usually about 5 foot, so for state.
Yeah, it's always like right where you want to try to be.
right.
It'd be like, it's 4.5. Yeah. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back again with Coach Haworth and Grace Voss and talk a little bit more about girls track.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
All right, well, welcome back to the Washington Demon Coaches Show. I'm your host, Todd Patterson. No, I've not won any awards yet for this. I'm joined back in the studio by Stefanie Haworth and Grace Voss. So I wanted to ask Grace a little bit about her future plans. It sounds pretty exciting. We talked a little bit off camera. So why don't you tell us what you're planning to do next year?
I am planning to go to the University of Wisconsin-Madison to study community and environmental sociology.
And you know, of course, that is a rival of the
Yes.
Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yes.
Right? A hated enemy.
Not as bad as like Michigan or
Well,
Ohio
we wouldn't
State,
be having this
but-
conversation if you were going to one of those
Right,
places, Grace.
right.
You might as well go to Penn State and rip my heart out.
Yeah.
When they
not
were
doing that.
independent, it was okay. Now they're in the Big 10, or Big 14, or whatever it is. So tell me a little bit about what you do with community environmental sociology.
So basically, it's the study of humans and the environment and how they interact with each other, and what we can do to help the environment in those ways. So I'm hoping to just study that and kind of see what interests me with
yeah.
all of it together, and just kind of see where that goes. So
Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. Well, I wish you the absolute best. I look forward to
Thank
watching
you.
you tomorrow night. Coach, who are some youngsters we need to be looking out for on this team?
Well, Taylor Mish threw really well for us last night and had a nice solid split in the 4x4. Ira Stahl, phenomenal start to their season as well. She
Yeah.
won the 3,000, around, ran the open forward, won that. So, like, she's got a lot of potential in a lot of different ways. Leighton Salazar, Leighton Messenger, both hurdlers. Leighton Messenger won the 100 hurdles last
very
night,
nice.
and then was second in high jump to Grace. So
As I recall, the field for the 100-meter hurdles has been just packed in the girls' last few years with the Fairfield girl who used to go to Washington.
yep, Kelsey
Aisha,
Fisher, yep,
one of the Dunbars.
Dunlap.
Let me work through it, and then you can correct me.
Sorry.
And then I think, or the Lambs?
Yep, from Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, did I say that right?
Yes,
Or
you got
need
that
to jump
one.
in.
You're
Okay,
good.
fine. All right. All right. And so, like, I mean, I think a lot of them have probably graduated
Yes,
by now,
yep.
right? So maybe
Yep.
there's an opportunity to kind of get in there and be,
Yeah.
set the trend. And
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Any other youngsters?
I'm sure there are. They're just they're still trying to figure out their place. And hit
They
the
can't.
next
They
gear.
can't actually have. Do they know where the track is?
They do, but just finding the difference of competition from middle school to
Yeah,
high school and
gotcha.
just hitting the next gear.
So and so obviously Grace being one of your senior leaders. Who else do you have that's kind of leading the team? Who helps you kind of corral these youngsters and make sure they know directions to the track?
Who are the
Who are your other senior leaders?
yeah,
kind of?
sure. Allie Reese, Cadence Howell, Alex Murphy. They are kind of the throwers, so
Yeah.
they help
The
with
disciplinarians, like if there's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to be a scrap, they go out front.
yeah.
Okay.
And then Nevaeh Brown, she's a sprinter, so she kind of leads them as well. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything more to add? I'm guessing not,
Nope.
but the answer to that question has been 100% of the time no. So well, I want to thank you for being here today, Mr. Van Welden. As always, I appreciate it. You didn't make up his 1 minute that he missed, but what are you
We
gonna do?
tried.
Sometimes chicken, sometimes feathers. That's it. You know that John Madden quote, it doesn't matter if the horse is blind, just load the wagon. I love those kind of things. He said he got into the huddle at Raiders camp. And there everybody's going crazy. He said, it doesn't matter if the horse is blind, just load the wagon. They all ran out on the field, and then he's like, I don't know what that means. So sometimes chicken, sometimes feathers is another one of those. I have no idea what it means. But anyway, it was an inauspicious ending to that show. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. And from the Washington Demon Coaches Show, I'm your host, Todd Patterson, signing out. Have a great day.